Hello, thank you very much for your giving us all such a detailed perspective. I was particularly interested in what you said about social capitalism, and just to pick up on what you just said about privatised healthcare in sub-Saharan Africa. My name is James Lavender, and I run an incubator in London that basically helps young people to build social enterprises in developing countries. My guess, though, is that if we went around this room, not a lot of people would be able to define what a social enterprise is. I guess my definition of it would be really simply just applying business solutions to social problems. So my question to you is, what would you define as a social enterprise? And what scope for growth do you see for that idea in China?
Well, I think social enterprises can take different forms. Your definition is a pretty good one, and it made me think of an Australian friend I spoke with recently, Andy Cofer, who runs an operation called Leapfrog. I got into learning about his business because they were dealing with microinsurance. He's got about $1 billion of equity invested in companies that help about 80 million people around the world. This is kind of a startup operation. So it was realizing, and this is again, that technology and different business models will allow people to serve sort of customers at lower ends of the pyramid in a profitable way, but that also treats them as customers and needs their services. That's another sort of growth prospect. But another notion of social enterprise actually social capital that I was referring to, was kind of recognizing that societies aren't only economic man or women. I mean, it's also a question of what are some of the intermediating institutions, whether they be churches or sports clubs or other mechanisms, and those vary enormously by society. So sometimes what social entrepreneurship can be involved with, and this is nonprofit work, whether it be on the environmental side or whether it be on the humanitarian side, is trying to help spur those. Let me give you an example from China. You know, there's been a lot of attention here because of the recent rulings on NGOs. I help an international organization called Mercy Corps. And Mercy Corps has worked with the Fund for Poverty Alleviation in China on humanitarian efforts outside China. They're now working together in some 4 different countries. And the Mercy Corps people told me that I think about 95% of the funding in China is done by private individuals. And so this is an interesting area where, in a sense, you have a Chinese NGO that is involved with humanitarian efforts cooperating with another international NGO. I think the more of this that can, and they're sharing experience about, for example, what Mercy Corps is interested in is not only the direct humanitarian need, but also trying to build capacity and capability of people. For the Chinese partner, their contributors want to see things that are more direct, and that's very natural at this stage of humanitarian. They want to show, you know, people that have been housed or provided with tents or food or others. But over time, you can imagine these social entrepreneur networks of services in an NGO community that also extend. And a lot of this, their interest in support in China actually comes from some of the new wealthy people, which is another great possibility of sort of contributing back. So I think whether it's bottom of the pyramid economic business or whether it's kind of social network service provision, there's huge opportunities here for people that have an idea or are willing to organize. So I congratulate you on your work. I'll give you another one, just I can't miss the opportunity. When I was at the World Bank, one of my colleagues came in one day and pointed out that there were only 3,200 tigers left in the wild. And I organized a global tiger initiative with the 13 tiger range countries because the World Bank, many conservation groups had focused on this, but they didn't have the same reach as the prime ministers and finance ministries and others. The core aspect of our strategy was to get the tiger range countries to develop their own recovery plans. So it wasn't done by outside conservation groups or others, but we would help support them. Well, a big issue for saving the 3,200 tigers left in the world, which by the way are now up to about 3,800, so we've had some success, is the question of trafficking in parks. Okay? China is a huge issue in this dimension. Okay? Now I saw what social media did with shark fins in China, and some popular athletic figures and actors and others in China shut down that market. I hope somebody will do the same with tiger parks. And frankly, for young people, this is sort of a natural interest because to think of this iconic animal being wiped off the face of the earth in our lifetime is pretty dispiriting. So this is a good example of where I personally think, from Chinese that I've met, there's lots of energy here. There's lots of opportunity, and I hope it gets poured into some of these activities too.
So sadly, time is up.